was a young survivor of sexual violence, and I didn't acknowledge it. I didn't talk about it. I didn't deal with it at all. But I was dealing with it internally. I didn't deal with it outwardly. And being an organizer gave me a voice and a sense of power that I didn't have, as I saw myself as a victim at the time, not as a survivor. And so feeling like a victim, I didn't tap into any kind of power until I discovered organizer. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pour all this energy into that. I knew I wanted to be an organizer from 14. I didn't even know what it was. And when I discovered what it was, I was like, oh, this is my path. I wanted to be a teacher. I found an organization called the 21st Century Youth Leadership Movement. It was based in Selma, Alabama. And I was in a program in my high school that was connected to them. And so when I discovered 21st Century, it literally was an organization that was focused on developing young people into grassroots community organizers. And I didn't know what that was, but I knew that I had been raised with all this information about liberation and about struggle and about oppression. And I could identify injustice when I saw it, but I didn't have any tools to do anything about it. And so when I got to 21st Century and they started giving me tools to do something about it, I was just so intrigued. And this is a place where I can be powerful, where I can be seen, where my voice matters. I was actually dealing with girl stories. So
right.
These were not grown women. These were teenage girls, somewhere between 12 and like 16. And it was the ages that I was when I was dealing with that kind of violence. And so it was incredibly impactful. It started shifting my thinking, saying, there's gonna have to be some component of my work that addresses this. There's gonna have to be some way that I approach this topic, and try to start dealing with it. I did it informally at first with our like sister circles and sessions and things like that. But then as time went on, I realized we had to kind of formalize it. And I started trying to think about really the idea of empowerment through empathy came first before the name Me Too. Because empathy was what changed my life. The empathy that other people had showed me, particularly women survivors, was the key to opening up my healing. And I wanted to give that gift that I felt like I received to these girls. So, hearing their stories and not just more than hearing their stories, understanding who they were through their stories really shifted things for me. My name is Tarana Burke, and this is The Female Lead.